erotic fortune cookie for you guys. I've already cleansed the energy, but I'm just going to burn them just a little bit more Palo Santos. And then we'll be ready. We'll start with singles, your first. All right. Second pile would be for people who are yearning to be in a relationship or actively courting people, or just changing their mindset and going into looking forward to being in a union. Okay. The third pile will be for people who are already married in committed relationships. Okay. So let's get straight to it, you guys. I am going to, we're not going to do the specialty, okay? Because I feel like there's some messages that needs to come out for you guys. So we are going to just focus on the overall energy, okay? I have started another channel. It will be based strictly for spiritual development. It won't be a focus on the root and sacral chakra, which is what this channel is for. This will be for people who are just looking for esoteric knowledge and guidance when it comes to spiritual development. Okay, everybody in the chat, I decided to open the chat today. I typically close it, so I'll be focused on the readings anyway. So what do we have for the singles? We are going to start with the angel oracles for each pal, so I can get an overall energy of what the energy will be. And then I will allow the energy to tell me if we're going to pull from my Twin Flames Confessions, my Cosmo Kama Sutra, which is like the sex positions, the Central Souls Oracle deck, or my Tarot of Sexual Magic. And if energy comes out, you know, of all the other energies, we'll pull from the Love Oracle cards deck, okay? So, what do we have for the singles, the collective, the overall energy for the singles until next Tuesday when we do it all over again? I see wedding. I'm gonna split the deck one more time. An attraction. So you guys are in a manifesting energy, singles. I feel like they're the ones who are connecting to me possibly this week or whenever you do see this reading. It is a timeless reading. I feel like there is some type of maybe activation, because I'm hearing activation. So maybe you've seen something, you heard a song, you seen a movie, and it just made you feel different about your circumstance. And maybe you have a different approach of how you can approach a situation better as a better suitor and what you want to receive. Because I see someone reevaluating themselves in a relationship and also what they're receiving in a relationship. I see someone saying like, I'm not willing to put up with this anymore because I experienced this and it's not for me. Okay. And we all know what comes with that, boundaries, right? So that what you want stands firm. Okay. Hopefully I can make it through these readings without the power going out again. That's what took me so long to get this reading done, is the power went out earlier. We have children and you deserve love. So maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a single parent, or maybe maybe you just find it a little difficult to date because of having kids, because, you know, of course, if you have children, you have to prioritize them. And honestly, I can tell you from experience, it just comes with time. So if you have children who are a little bit younger, it can be a little bit more difficult to date because, again, younger children are so, they need so much attention, right? But I feel like if you have children who are getting older and your excuse is, well, oh, I have my child, that's not an excuse, because at the end of the day, dating is important. A lot of people want to make it seem like, oh, your children always comes first, and yourself comes first, okay? You come first, because if you don't, then your children don't have the best version of yourself. And let's be honest, love plays a huge part into our children's lives, the partners that we choose. And I'm not saying that you can't do it by yourself and raise beautiful children, but let's be very honest, 2 people in a household is way better than 1, okay? So if you do have the goal of wanting to build a family or foundation with a significant other to help raise your children, I'm sure it's for better reasons than just that, or just that alone. But if that's what you want, you are deserving of that. And don't allow people around you to make you feel bad for putting your love life as a priority, because that's what I'm picking up. That's like the heaviest energy. Yes, because right here we have you deserve love. You may have family members, friends, like, you need more hours, or you need to focus on work, or why are you paying attention to love? Because love is a necessity. And when I say it's a necessity, it doesn't matter on what type of terms you want that to be on, okay? But two people is always better than one when it comes to children. Anytime there's children involved. Now, if there's not children involved, hey. But yeah, I think we know where I'm going with this, okay? I'm just feeling a heavy emphasis on single people wanting to prioritize love, or being married, and there's people around them either trying to guilt trip you or this person into feeling like love should not be a priority, okay? Let's see what else we have. I'll keep the children. Let's see what else we have for the singles. Let's get one more card and I'll decide how we're gonna move. What deck is next? Ooh, that's a lot. I'm not taking that. Give me one. All of y'all want to read it. I should connect to a lot of you guys because, again, it's a general reading, and a lot of us go through the same thing, right? Keep an open mind. All right, with reconciliation. So, I do not promote going back to anything that may have promoted any type of harm or threat to your life or your children's life or anyone else around you or surrounding you. So if this is a reconciliation and the first thing or first person that popped up in your mind is someone who abused you, I do not condone, okay? Disclosure, I do not condone toxic behavior or toxicity when it comes to relationships. When I say conciliation, I am thinking of someone who you and them you guys grew apart naturally. Okay, so there was no type of disrespect involved. I believe those are the only people who deserve second chances, when there wasn't mind games, manipulation, or any form of abuse that took place. Okay, so this you may need to keep an open mind of someone coming back. This can be a female or male. You have to use your intuition on this reading, but I feel like, okay, so the energy, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this show. I've been indulging back into one of my favorite shows, is Sex and the City. And the main character she's a writer, okay? She's a writer for New York's, the paper at the time. You know, back then the paper was a big thing. But she goes on this long journey to finding a soulmate, right? Her and her friends, they're all different. They all have their own different dynamic. Someone said, right, having kids doesn't mean people shouldn't have a loving romantic relationship. Right. But anyway, she comes across this man named Big. We all know Mr. Big, right? It just seems like she's so, not saying insecure, but that's really what it is. He's an older man. She's younger. She's going through all these different phases of her life, and they have an on and off relationship where she actually develops a very secure space in her life within herself. And then they do this tug of war thing, right? I brought it up to say this. There's an energy here of two people who met each other, right? One was more mature than the other, and then the other person outgrew the other person. So it's like you guys are circling back around after a long time, because that's what eventually happened with these two. They had an on and off relationship because the time they spent apart, they were able to grasp the concept of spiritual and self-development that they weren't getting together. Because when they were together, it was causing more of a conflict internally with themselves. So it seemed like when they weren't apart, they were able to see that they really belong together, and they were able to get those lessons out of other people and then come together and be what they needed to be for each other. I like this for you guys. All right, so at the top we do have calling in your soulmate. So you may have the option, singles, because I'm seeing new people come in, and I'm seeing an old person come back from the past. So let's explore new options, just because my channel is always about exploring the new, okay? Because every day We shed a part of ourselves. I like to think that a part of me dies every day, while there's a part of myself that stays firm and never leaves. But the part that dies every day, we're always in the energy of accumulating, right? So let's see. There's nothing wrong with reconciliation. It's just the chances of someone changing, it's very slightly, especially nowadays, right? Ooh, that came in my lap. So let's see. Healthy choices. Healthy choices. I like this. I feel like the energy is saying, hey, the judgment card is not here because I'm not pulling big tarot cards. I'm not even pulling tarot at the moment, but I can feel it. The judgment card is saying, hey, whatever you believe God is, it doesn't matter if you believe it's a person, a place, or a thing. It's going to judge you for the next choices that you make when it comes to your relationship, and it's going to impact your physical health, financial health, emotional health, sexual health. It's going to impact these areas. So be very careful of the choices that you make when it comes to your companionship and who you give your time and your energy to. Okay? Singles. Healthy choices. In love and life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. If it's anything I've learned about self-care, because I can talk on this. I went from not loving myself to my full capacity. I mean, my other channel, we're going to get into it, okay? But I have, I didn't make the best choices, okay? I'll just say that. I didn't make the most healthiest choices because I just I didn't have the wisdom that I have now. And it took for me to go through, unfortunately, it took for me to go through certain experiences with people to learn how to love myself, because I wasn't taught that, okay? And some people are not taught self-love, okay? And this is important as well, because if you have children, this is how they are going to learn how to love themselves, how they see you love yourself and how they see other people love on you, okay? That's also why it's important to, be in a relationship, especially if you have children, okay? They get to see intimacy on a different level, okay? Receiving and giving. Also behind that, I seen the swords card with the rose, so we'll get into that. What else do we have for what is this? Children and keep an open mind here. Soulmate and wedding rings. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, and soul contract. So as you make healthier choices, you guys are calling in people who are on the same frequency as you. Okay? You guys are going to agree on what your needs are, and it will make it more healthier, okay? Because let's be very honest, when you get in relationships with people and they're not giving you what you need, that, it becomes a problem. So maybe you had a tendency of attracting people who just did not nourish you in the way that you wanted the most, okay? Because I see this changing here. Wedding rings is around the corner. Okay, and we have date here. Okay, so maybe you just need to put yourself out there. Maybe you've been putting yourself out there, but not to the right people, not to the people who fit your chemistry. I'm hearing body chemistry. All right, what else do we have for the singles? And then we're gonna move on. Coffin and heartbreak. It's time to allow the past to be the past. Okay, the reconciliation. It says keep an open mind. Endings, new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Heartbreak, deeply hurt, sad separation, breakup, feeling lost. I feel like this is the other person. I feel like leaving someone activated a part of somebody. Sometimes it takes people to walk away for someone to realize how important someone is, because this is what people don't realize. Sometimes when people come into your life, and a lot of times this happens to men, okay? It can be vice versa, but I'm just saying, typically it goes this way. A lot of times people have people that come into their life and they're this ray of sunshine, right? They bring all this fulfilling energy, right? And they get so high off of it and start getting too comfortable that when things end and that person walks away, they start to feel empty. Nowadays, they love to point fingers and say, oh, spell work. It's the easiest thing to say. Or it's, oh, what did you do to me? It's taking accountability and knowing that you probably didn't have this ray of sunshine without me. And I'm saying me as you, right? Maybe you walked away from someone and they felt empty, and they're thinking to themselves like, is like, what's going on? It's because this person was carrying you through and you didn't see this person's value until they walked away. Hopefully they take accountability and they don't start pointing fingers like, what did you do to me? You know, it's more so saying like, how do you not see my value? Knowing that someone's energy itself can be healing. Just someone's energy, just being in the presence of someone can be healing. And maybe you were this to this person and they didn't realize that until after you left. So now they want to come back, but you have to be very careful, because if they're coming back in that same energy and they don't work through their own self-evaluation, they don't do that self-evaluation and see what it was that even caused you to push you away, it's going to be the same thing. And then and then a lot of times it gets worse. When you go back into a situation without a resolution internally, it becomes more of a raft. Then you start feeling the raft, okay? So be very careful. And then on top, what do we have? Mirror. Mirroring each other's self-image, relationships reflect our wounds and introspection. I just said that. All right, we are going to pull from the twin flames really quick for you guys. Hold on, Thunder. Hold on, Oya. Hold on. Give me about 45 minutes before you start knocking the power out. I actually don't mind. I love when the power goes out. You know what? It makes me feel like the whole world shut down, even though that's not the case. And there's just like no heavy radiation, and I can just be one with the wind. All right, I see Scorn Lover here. So hopefully it ain't nothing bad. I don't feel like it could go either way, but I think it just really depends on this person. At any moment, someone can change. So we're going to see in this moment what's going on. At the bottom, we have elevating, solo, single. Okay? So elevating, I think you're in this elevating energy though. I feel like you may be ready. You may have some things that you still have to work through, but I think overall you're ready. You've set your mind. You know what you don't want. And that's the most important, okay? Sometimes we don't know what we want, but that's the positive thing with that is exploration. That's been my biggest word this year, exploration, okay? But the important thing of what I feel right here for the singles is that you guys know what you don't want, okay? And when you know what you don't want, you won't settle for anything. All right, what do we have for the singles before I leave? What is connected to this energy? What can I give to them at this time until next Tuesday to help them to progress in their life, their love life, and their self-love within themselves, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and sexually? All right, connection is broken, wanted to come out. All right, I know there's someone else. So someone is so focused on you moving forward. And a lot of times people can get caught up in you moving faster in life than them, that they just want you to prove to themselves. It's like a self-validation. If they can get you, maybe they're worthy. All right, so this is the energy that this person maybe just want you because you have the keys to how to progress in life and they don't. So there is a codependency energy here. What is this? I know that there's someone else. Drama, messy drama. I feel like this person has involved other people in their relationships. And to be honest with Fairy Tale, I never hyped this movie up to be like one of my favorite movies. I actually thought it was pretty stupid because, girl, he didn't even want you. And at the end, you played a game to have his heart. Bye. I'm over it. So this card to me is really like immature energy. This could be somebody who's athletic. Maybe you guys met in high school. Okay, because I'm picking up on the energy. Maybe this is someone you're comfortable with or you've known for a really long time. This can just even be someone who you guys went to a basketball game. There's something with sports that is involved in this, but messy drama here is making me feel like this person has kind of involved too many people into the relationship. Too many people know your business, okay, for this to really grow and sprout. And if you guys were really to do this, this person would have to commit so much time and energy to this to really have a balanced family life with you. All right, so I'm here and ask another question. If you guys were to reconciliate with this person, what would be the result? Because I feel like that's what y'all want to know. This person, you guys will have a new beginning, but you most certainly gonna have another child or be pregnant, okay? So expect pregnancy, or you guys could be giving birth to a new life. You would have to work through control issues, okay? I will tell you now, you would have to work through a lot of control issues on their part, on their behalf. But there is a new beginning with this person, because I feel like this person is willing to put in some work. I'm hearing they lost you once, they don't want to lose you twice, especially if you give them another chance. I see this person taking you very serious because they see that you're moving different, okay? What happens if you decide to seek further into new? Okay, I couldn't even get it out. Let's do that again. What happens if the singles decide to move forward and choose someone new? Wants forgiveness in their feelings. You're going to feel the other person's energy. I just feel like this person has really attached themselves to you, and you have attached yourself to this other person. You are going to focus on your looks. I feel like you guys are focusing on changing your looks. Maybe you're getting your hair cut more. I just feel like you're investing more in yourself. Maybe you're just putting more money. You're buying yourself more. I see you attracting a lot of other new people, but these new people may be emotionally withdrawn. So I feel like you're going to go back to this ex, okay? I'm not even going to lie. Singles, I see you reconciliating with someone old. I see it working as long as you guys put in the same amount of work. I feel like this person needs to put in a lot more work to prove to you, because it's giving, baby, you're the prize, okay? So singles, that is your reading. That is your erotic fortune cookie, okay? Now we are going to get to the people who are actively dating, people who have maybe their eye already on someone. All right. I love this beat. I've been listening to it for about 3 months now, trying to find the words of what I want to put to it. Let me start it over. I actually was listening to this beat and I actually was just crying. I actually cry a lot behind the scenes. But when I was crying to it, it was like, it was a peaceful and abundant cry. It wasn't like sad. It was like, yeah. I just felt the song very deeply. Okay, so the fact that I opened up about that, I feel like you guys may encounter an experience where you may have intercourse with someone and you may cry, okay? Because that's what I was leading to, okay? And if you do experience that, whew, I just want to say, make sure there's no real warning for that, but you really want to make sure at all times that you invest in yourself emotionally, all right? Especially as a woman, because feeling something like that deeply, it can linger. All right, that type of sexual encounter will linger, okay? Use the energy wisely. If you do experience that type of sexual encounter, use the energy, okay? Use that. What do we have for the people who are actively dating or have their eye on someone? Give your relationship a chance. Want to come out honeymoon and make the effort. This could be the one, and retreat at the top, okay? It didn't come out all the way. We're only taking the cards that come out in there for sure. So give me one card for the people who are actively dating. Chemistry and children. I love when I see these two cards. Like, I get so excited. You know why? And give your relationship a chance. I see I'm instantly pulling so heavy on this energy. I love this. I see and I can feel a man who is so scared to give his heart to a woman, but he knows that he should. He's just fighting himself. I feel a man fighting himself to give himself to a woman because I'm gonna be honest, it's fear. It's nothing but fear. You can cover it up with whatever you want to cover it up with. But at the end of the day, when you pull that root up from the very bottom, it is fear. You believe that once you show your vulnerability to a woman, she takes it as weakness and she uses it against you. And I'm assuming that this has happened to you before because you wouldn't be carrying it with you now. But guess what? Chemistry came out, and this is a woman that you can't deny, and nor can you resist her. And with that being said, allow yourself, don't make yourself feel guilty like this person is tempting you. There's an energy between temptation, right? And just allowing yourself to really flow with this sexual energy, because I feel like this woman is very attractive. She is very alluring, and there's something about how she talks, how she speaks, how she touches you. You just feel like you gravitate towards her naturally. They're telling me to look at the card. You feel like this woman can teach you a lot of different things, but you're scared because it's the unknown. And a lot of men don't like to indulge in the things that they don't know. But I'm telling you, when it comes to a woman like this, from what I'm feeling, this is the right type of energy to indulge in. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, okay? So this is an energy, again, that you can't run from. And again, with children here, this is saying this is a woman who's going to keep you young. This is the energy where you could be older than her. And if not, she has a very young energy. I like her energy because this is the type of woman that's going to have you looking young, okay? This gives me the energy of a young woman dating an older guy. A lot of older guys date women that are younger than them because they give them their youth back. Okay, let's just be very honest. That's what it is. They like these younger women. It doesn't matter how younger. Let's say over 18. Okay, for legal purposes. You know. But a lot of older men do date younger women because they're young. They live life freely. Okay, and that's what they want to receive back because they're older. But even though you're not old, you could be older. It doesn't give me that you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is some type of like, you're 40 or 50. But again, it could be that way. I'm picking up off the energy that this is just a woman who's going to make you feel like a child, always, regardless of what age you are, okay? So let's see what else we have for the people who are actively dating or catching the attention of someone. Engagement at the top, and reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. Now this reconciliation doesn't feel like someone returning, but this makes me feel like maybe this is someone you started to talk to and things just fell off, you know, either just busy or just didn't go anywhere. Okay, but this chemistry beside this reconciliation is making me feel like you're thinking to yourself like, wow, like I'm glad we didn't talk or really indulge in getting to know each other when we first started, because I'm not the same person. I'm hearing someone say that. This can either be the female. Someone has had some type of glow up in between their downtime. These two people are re-meeting each other. Maybe this is a soulmate connection. Maybe you've met this person in another lifetime and you guys are coming back. Because chemistry beside reconciliation could also mean another lifetime, maybe next lifetime, you know. Ooh, okay. Honeymoon popped back out and make the effort. And this could be the one again at the top. I like this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love this. Give your relationship a chance. Someone just needs to listen. Men, you can be in control of your work. When it comes to your money and your family, don't go control that. But when it comes to a woman, let go of that control. When it comes to the chemistry, stop trying to control the situation and allow yourself. You're not going to do anything but gain from it. Dealing with this type of woman. Look at this, these two cards are both hugging each other. I just feel like you guys are just going to embrace each other on such a deep level. What is this? Because this is feeling really strong. I just feel like you being with this woman, it reminds, I'm hearing you remind me of a girl that I once knew. So maybe being around this person reminds you of someone, but it's not anyone you've been with physically. Maybe this person reminds you of someone that's passed away in your life, like maybe a grandmother or mom. Yeah, there's something about this woman. I also feel like this woman maybe was handpicked from a grandmother or a mother of yours as well. Like you may have someone on the other side trying to push you towards this woman, and this could be a mother or a grandmother who has passed away, or a great grand as well. All right. I like this energy. So we're going to step it up a notch with the Sensual Souls Oracle and see what needs to take place in order to keep this moving and to progress this. Because I like this energy. This is pretty healthy. It's just saying someone needs to release control. I am picking up heavy on the masculine energy more than the feminine. The feminine is like, here, I'm here. You know, I don't feel like she's going anywhere. I really feel like I'm hearing she's been handpicked for you. Or maybe you've been handpicked for her. Take your time. I'm seeing take your time. Yeah, there's a sense of nervousness because you feel this woman's worth. Submit to me. You want this woman to submit to you. And if that's the case, being in control and trying to take control of the situation is not going to make this woman submit to you. What's going to make this woman submit to you is you submitting to her. But it's not in the way that you think what I mean. When I say submit to her, it's you're open up a lot more. And I'm feeling like I'm hearing someone saying, how do I need to open up? How do I do that? You need to be more honest about your wants and needs. You may be even trying to put on a facade like, oh yeah, you know, this is what I do around here. You don't have to do all of that with this woman. You just need to show up. Just show action and that's it. If you want to take control, set things up, arrange things, all right? That's it. But trying to control, I see someone like, no, I ain't gonna text her back fast because I ain't trying to look like, no. You're gonna sabotage this whole thing. Hello from Australia. Hey, from Australia. Hey, Frederick, excuse me. So yeah, I feel like there's a man who has attracted, she's giving goddess, okay? This is a woman who knows her worth. She knows exactly who you are and your capabilities, and she is willing to grow with you and just have this beautiful union and connection. It's just going to take you to really show up authentically with yourself. I feel like the girls that you're used to dealing with, it's nothing compared to this woman, and you can't handle it the same way, because if you do, you're going to miss out on this relationship. All right, and this is some good energy, and you know it is. You know it is. You know it is. What do we have for the active people looking to have a relationship? Take it slow came out again. I feel like you do something to this woman now. You do something to this woman. I feel like I'm hearing you guys may even like have sex really fast, and it just happens naturally, okay? Maybe you guys didn't mean to, and things just led to another, one thing led to another, and then boom, you know? But I feel like that's okay, okay? It's okay, but I think you guys should take it slow. If you guys haven't got there yet, the advice is to not move in, okay? I think if you actually withhold your sexual desires for this woman and not go all the way, this is going to give you that cry during sex moment. That's what it was. That's what I was picking up on, that energy. That was the first thing that I said in the beginning of this reading, wasn't it? I was talking about the song that made me feel like I was, you know, it made me cry, and it was giving me that sexual energy when the sex is so good and you shed a tear. I don't think I've ever experienced that, but I could feel what it felt like. I feel like you two are going to have this if you take it slow with her. And I feel like the reason why I'm telling you to withhold from sex is because you're going through a process where you're learning to trust yourself and trust another person as well. Okay, so there's a process happening, and if you can hold your sexual desires, okay? Because I feel like if you go all into this woman, she ain't gonna help herself either. She's gonna be like, she's just not gonna be able to tame herself, okay? Because she's as attracted to you as you are to her. But I feel like if you want to be in control, take Oasis's advice and hold your sexual desire. And in the meantime, between time, be yourself authentically. And it's heavy emphasis on texting and responding, like playing games like, nah, you gotta be in control of everything. Nah, I can't call her back. I can't call her 10 times, even though she on my mind. Of course you want to tame yourself to a certain extent. But if she's on your mind, let her know. If you want to double text that woman. I feel like you're trying to keep yourself from looking a certain type of way, and that's what's going to sabotage this. But if you hold your sexual desire for this woman and practice this, it's all you gonna give her that cry that she gonna shed a tear when y'all have sex eventually. All right, and it's gonna grow. Okay. I like that energy. That was but I was not expecting that. That was a fortune cookie for you guys. All right, so we're moving to people who are already in committed relationships. They're in marriages or open marriages, okay? I didn't have to ring my bell. Well, I mean, I'll ring it to, congratulate you guys on all this positive energy. I didn't have to burn any Palo Santos. Let's knock on some wood because marriages is coming up, so. I like that. I like the singles energy. I like that energy. The people looking and courting people at this time, or people who have their eyes set on certain people. Lovely energy. I love it. I love it. All right, what do we have for the married people, the married couples, the open couples, the people who are in committed relationships, and not in open relationships? Whatever we have for people who are already in committed relationships and marriages at this time, what do we have for these people? Give us authentic, precise, and consistent messages. For the people who come to my page authentically and genuinely seeking advice and esoteric energy and advice to progress forward in their life abundantly. Ashe. I'm hearing a relationship that prays together, stays together. So there is a sense of God being, you guys being reconnected to like the source of God, however that may be. You guys may be religious. I'm not big on religion, but I do not judge those who choose that lifestyle. So maybe you guys go to church, or maybe you guys fell off of a certain routine that allows you to reconnect to God. It doesn't have to be church. It can just be maybe family meetings, okay? Maybe every Sunday you guys were used to having family meetings and you guys stopped. There's something about joining back in the name of a union of God. And when you get married, that's really what that is anyway. You invite God in the middle of your relationship. You take vows. It's a whole ritual, okay? So there's something here. Maybe you guys need to renew your vows. Maybe that is what that is to me. When people renew their vows, that's a ritual to recommit yourself. Attraction. Yes, and honeymoon. What did I say? In retreat. So maybe you guys didn't get a honeymoon, or maybe your honeymoon was cut short or something due to business or children or something like that, or family matters. I see two people regaining attraction to each other by reconnecting to an abundant energy, okay? So let's see what this attraction energy is. What is this attraction energy? I don't know now. This may cause for me to bring out the grown and sexy deck. Let's see. As you guys hear in the background, I decided to invest in the no ads with YouTube, and I'm loving it. But $20 a month. Ooh, I mean, I'm just saying. Somebody want to pay my subscription? I love the fact that I don't, I'm not complaining, because, all my lives I'd be like, oh. Okay, what do we have? What is this attraction energy? Ooh, okay, so I'm pulling the feminine energy. I feel like there's a woman, she can sense that there, ooh, baby. I can see a woman who is married to a man. You guys have a great relationship, right? Even though you guys have y'all's I won't say trials. Some of you guys have some things that may be challenging you guys, but overall, so this is giving me like newly weds. Maybe you guys have been married. I'm hearing the number 3 and 5. No longer than 3 or 5 years. It's still fairly new, okay? 3 years is really new. 5 is like, okay, we got a routine. We real comfortable. I see a woman who can feel like her husband is being tempted from other females. You know it. You can feel it. I don't know if you're having dreams or you are being advised to do what you do to keep this relationship protected. There's a sense of protection that needs to be placed upon this marriage, however you take that, okay? I don't know what it is that you practice. I don't know if you can be religious, you can be spiritual, you can practice certain things, but I feel like there's a woman, she knows that she needs to do something. I'm not saying it's anything about yourself that you need to change. But you most certainly know that something is either going to happen, or you just know that your husband's being tempted. This can be a husband that feels like his wife is being tempted at work or somewhere or online or whatever there is a need for two people to talk about this temptation and come to an agreement with how they're going to do it. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, something's off. I mean, I'm not trying to impose on your marriage, okay? And I'm not coming off in a negative way or trying to be funny. But I'm gonna be honest. If you ask yourself and be honest with yourself right now, if you can go to your husband or your wife and say, listen, I'm feeling like, you're gonna be tempted. You may not be going through this right now, but I can feel the energy coming up. What are you guys gonna do about it? Some people just like to pray or do whatever they do behind the scenes without telling the person. I feel like when you're married, that union stays strong for a reason. So if you keep being on one accord, it's going to stay on one accord. Now, I'm not saying you got to tell your husband everything that you do. Some things belong to yourself. I ain't going to say, ooh, husband, look what book I'm reading. You don't have to, showcase everything to your husband or wife. I'm just saying, when it comes to things that have the possibility of breaking you guys apart or causing some type of wedge in between y'all, the communication needs full attention from both of you guys. What is this attraction energy? Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I also see that there's a woman who feels like her husband has gotten too comfortable with her. Like, I'm hearing he doesn't do the things that he used to do. Okay, and I think this is natural for everybody to experience. When you're used to someone, the flame has to be relit in different ways, all right? And I said before that my word this year was exploration. I feel like you guys need to explore something together for the first time. It doesn't matter what it is. It is giving heavy vacation. Vacations always keep a spark between two people because you guys go somewhere and experience something. You guys can go. It doesn't even have to be out of the country. You guys can go to Texas or Atlanta or, I don't know, Napa Valley. It can be somewhere. Go test can't get my words out. Tasting wine, or there's something here with doing something fun and adventurous. I don't know why I picked up heavy on wine testing or tasting. I don't know why I can't get that out. It's a tongue twister right now. But anyway, I see someone or two people going out on a trip. I don't know why my words are not coming out. So maybe you guys feel like you can't communicate to this other person. Maybe there's been some financial burdens that have made you feel like, well, I can't really ask, if this would be a good time because I know we've got some things going on. So maybe there's the throat chakra is doing something, okay? Because my throat chakra has been good all day. Well, I kind of sat in silence half the day, but still, there's just a heavy energy on keeping something lit and flamed. Let's see what else. What's this love call with the attraction energy? Let's just make sure that this is not the temptation. Lightning, karmic relationship, the chaser. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation, triggers. Okay, so my theory on why a lot of men cheat, it is always because it makes them remind themselves that they still got it. So a part of being in a relationship, in a marriage where two people are happily married and committed, is a man who can be very disciplined, okay? So I feel like there is going to be a man who is married who is going to be tested, okay? It is always a test. I feel like everything in life is a test. And there's gonna be, let's see what this energy is before I say it. Let's pull from this before we get, I don't know if we're gonna pull around the sexy cards out. Let's see. What is this? Love call with the lightning. I see palm trees. What's this lightning energy? Planning romantic dates. I feel like You guys may even have this conversation. You may be listening to me right now like, oh my God, me and my husband or me and my wife are actually planning this because we were just having this conversation. Someone may be doing something online that they don't need to. All right, you broke my heart. I need you. False persona, player, and I'm studying you. Okay, so there may be someone watching their significant other and looking at their social media messages or something about like Facebook messages or something with messages, and maybe there's a man who doesn't plan on physically cheating, but he's just speaking to other women to see if he still got it, because that's what it's giving. There's like, this man has no intention on cheating on this woman, okay, because he knows what comes with that. I think this man is just kind of just, it's nothing but social media. Like, it's almost like this energy is like to see if he still has it. That's all. This could be a woman, okay, and I'm also picking up with this could be a woman who doesn't know how, not saying how to submit to a man, but she's overly dominant and maybe she misses a certain type of lifestyle. But this, I can clearly pick up on the energy that this is the internet. Let me see what else I get from this. Listen, ooh. Okay, so we have, maybe we should move on. Interfering temptation. Oh, Aces called it, didn't she? Can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Evolving masculine. This is a man who wants to do right, but this is just a test. This is literally a test of temptation, and I feel like this is a person who, before you married this woman that you're with, you were dealing with a lot of women until you just decided to commit yourself to a woman, and you maybe never completely cut something off with certain people, and maybe they don't know that you were married or something like that. I feel like there's somebody who's going to come back and tempt you, and you're trying to let this person know, like, I'm married, and I see someone saying, I don't care, and you being like, shit. It's one of those things where a man is like, I'm trying to do right, but you got a woman that's like kissing on your ear. You're like, no, girl, get up off me. And she doing all the things that you like. Here's your test. This is it. A lot of men don't think in that moment of what could this possibly cause, like how this can really crumble and shake everything up, because a lot of men think they can get away with things. Because, I mean, there's space and opportunity too. But eventually that shit catches up. Sometimes you do something one time and think nobody's seen you, nobody heard you. God seen it. And if this woman is spiritually connected, baby, she gonna see. It could be 2 months from now. It could be 2 years. It's gonna come out. And I like to think when the longer a lie sits and manifests, it becomes worse versus when something comes out when you do it. Okay? Just from my experience with people and different things and situations, baby, I want to get some more information. Let's get some more. What's this interference temptation? Busy lifestyle, not committed. You may end up cheating. Karmic relationship. Yeah, man. Hopefully you ain't already did, but if you did, I feel like it's going to be you going away for on a business trip or something like that. I'm even hearing like maybe one of your best friends is getting married and they are having what is that called? I see temptation trying to come in and seep in a lot of different ways, because I feel like this man has been tested multiple times since he's been married and he's done good, but I feel like there's a part of you that's breaking. But I'm hearing, go all the way back to the beginning of what you said, Oasis. You guys needing to reconnect. All right? When God is in the middle of your relationship, a relationship cannot go no wrong. I'm not saying you got to be in church every Sunday, okay? But church in your house, okay? Spiritual rituals between you and your person is needed, because if not, someone is going to cheat. This doesn't have to be the male. It can be a female. okay? But somebody is going to cheat in their marriage. All right, this could also be people around you who live the fast life and their energy is starting to rub off on you. Maybe you have homeboys or homegirls who are not married and they live this lifestyle of sleeping around and being, doing what they do. It could possibly be rubbing off on you. There's something here about having family, having a traditional, having certain rituals that keep you guys together. Okay, you took an oath, right? But you're still going to have challenges in between. There's something, their energy is here saying, what are you and your husband doing? What are you and your wife doing to keep y'all's marriage together on a spiritual level? You guys can be having great sex. You guys can be going on trips. All that stuff is good. But what are you guys doing spiritually to keep your togetherness? And I did bring up family meetings. So there's something here about a woman or a man getting something off their chest, having a day. And me and my kids, we watched the show, My Wife and Kids. I watched that when I was younger, and we love to watch it because it brings out certain topics, and it's a time for us to watch it as a family and talk about certain things. And there's certain things that I actually picked up on from the show. A lot of times when my son asks me for something, I'd be like, no. I love doing it. But when I do have to say no, right? But in one of the shows, I believe, what was it I was gonna say? I think I lost my train of thought. But no, they have family meetings on My Wife and Kids. When something happens in the household, he's like, family meeting, and they all go to the living room and they pour everything out. And what I love about that show, when he does the family meetings, because I do this with my family. Yes, I took it because I was like, that's a great idea. We've always had family meetings. I used to have family meetings in my household, but we do it a little bit different in my house. But what he did and what he does on the show is he says anything can be said and it will not be held against you. All right. And I think that this is something that is feeling like that would be a great start, even though it may take a little bit more. It feels like having family meetings with both of you guys or your whole family, however many people is in your household, and saying whatever you say will not be held against you. And it can't. And you not take it personal, because there's something here about two people being able to express themselves without the other person feeling some type of way. All right. So there's a balance between y'all's union together and the time that you spend apart as well, because the energy of a man feeling like he needed to be validated came up. When a man feels like he needs to be validated, he needs to validate himself, right, in a relationship first. Because that validation coming from the outside only means you're not validating yourself properly. Okay? So, let's see what else we have. We are going to, let's see what sex position can I give the grown and sexy married couples. Okay, we're going to go there for you guys. Because sexual healing is a real mechanism. Okay? So, what sex position is God calling you to use in this moment to help your marriage stay together? What sex position can you guys explore at this time that will help you to connect back to each other on a spiritual level? That's what I want to ask. It's going to be very interesting to see who's going to be the dominant person. Who needs to be more in control and who needs to submit more? I'm hearing 2 more times and we'll be done. I'm seeing 2 people sit like crisscross applesauce but intertwined with each other, and I'm seeing someone have their hand on each other's hearts. So it's like this, and they're breathing deeply. Okay, so maybe you guys are doing some type of sex yoga, which is called tantric sex. Okay? If you need some tips and pointers, let me know. Using lights. Okay, if you are trying to reconnect, I would say if you are not feeling safe, or you're not feeling like the other person has your back, maybe the color red. If you're trying to connect on a creative level, the color orange. If you're trying to connect heart to heart, which was what I was picking up on, the color green. If you feel like you're trying to communicate better to the other person, you can either do blue or purple. Because remember we were talking about connecting to that God source energy. Okay, let's see what we have for you guys. I'm here at the first top, on the top is bootyful view. Okay, so maybe somebody needs to see a different view of that booty. Maybe there's a certain position that you guys always get in. Maybe you need to switch it up. Maybe the booty needs to be propped. Maybe you need to put some cake on the booty. Dress your booty up as a cake. Something that you wouldn't typically do. And it sounds outrageous, but these things, even if you don't go all the way through it, it's just fun. It can make you guys laugh, and you can look back on it as a memory, you know? Oh, okay. Fixes for your worst sex. No, we're not gonna do that. Lap dance. Okay. I'm hearing tonight I'm gonna dance for you. Woo, woo. Okay, so we have lap dance. Okay. Frisky floor show. This is the position, we all know this one. This is typically kind of like when y'all go out on trips. Yeah, in this position, okay? Typically around the door, where maybe people can see you if you're into that, but usually you're in this position. Like, this is just, maybe that's my own flashbacks. This is typically the position when you're in the bathroom, okay? That's what that's giving. Lap dance. This is really fun, depending on the man, okay? This can be a lot, okay? Because that scooching, that right there, that motion right there, well, that's a lot. So that's all up in there. That's touching the back of somebody's soul. So that may be a good energy to indulge in. Oh, look, and this is the energy that I mentioned. Rockabye booty. Look at that. This was like the energy I was picking up on. You guys, let me explain why this position is really important. To be in this position is to reconnect with someone, okay? There is a circle of energy that moves up and down in this direction, and also this direction with the other person, and you two being together, your root chakra being together, and when you're touching each other, the energy together is reuniting you guys together. So this is a great sex position to be in to reconnect. If you're having issues, you're like, listen, I don't know where to start. If you're great at sex and that's what y'all do to make up, this is a great start. Everything else will manifest from this position. I like this. I like this. I like this, okay? I have faith in you guys. I have faith in you, brother. Whoever you are, stay strong. Stay strong. I feel like when you commit yourself to somebody, it don't matter who out there looks good. It looks like it ain't ever worth risking. I just feel like cheating when you're married is such a stupid risk. You never get what you really want out of that. You never do. You never really do. Temporary sex and feelings, none of that shit matters. Romp with a view. Told you he want to see that booty in a different position. He want to see a different view of the booty. All right, and this right here is it, because you can throw that ass in a circle. Maybe he like to see your ass, the ripples in the ass is what I'm hearing. And then we have reach for the heavens. Look, got all up in this energy for y'all. Listen. Reach for the heavens. Let me see this first. I really feel like this is giving also that tear. You know, that cry, that tear. But this is giving headboard. I feel like this is a position where a man really wants to take out his sexual frustration, okay? Because it's giving me like the goal is to go so hard you try to break the bed. I see someone saying, I really want to mess up our bed. I want to see, it's not about the bed, but it's like I want to see how much she can take is what I'm hearing, okay? So there's something here about a woman being a receptive receiver of transmuting some type of pain or energy that this man may be feeling. Woo! Okay, couples, what else do we have? Oh, let's see, let's pull from this. What are we gonna get from this? If everything follows through And whoever watches this that connects to this energy follows through with what Oasis said. What is going to come of this? Heart, look, wedding rings at the top. Heart with the key. It says welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, being perfect. Hammer. All right, rebuilding, receptive, persistent, and working on it. If you listen to me, baby, that these two energies is saying, listen, it's gonna be locked in. You guys gonna be locked in for another cycle until you need another nourishment reading from me. I would like to move in. I think once I'm married, if that's for me, I would love to take this more serious and work with couples. Okay, that is the goal. There's something about reuniting couples that excites me. Especially people who are already committed to themselves, because in a world full of trash ass people, I do feel like whoever this man is, he really is a good man, Savannah. No, seriously, he's a really good man. I just feel like he's gonna get hit with the test and he may barely pass. Maybe God's gonna send him grace and push him my way so he can see this reading and be like, I'm taking this as confirmation. I'm taking this as a sign. I ain't gonna do it, God. I asked for a sign and I came across this woman's video and I'm not even into none of this stuff and I just came across it. I only tapped on because she was really pretty, but I mean, hey, you're a good man, okay? Do the right thing, man. Because this is going to affect your relationship and yourself on a whole different level. You don't want to compromise this. I didn't even pull what would happen if you took that temptation, because we ain't even gonna manifest that with you. I feel like you really trying to keep your head on. You trying to do right, and I feel like you really getting hit. I feel like you turned down one little bald head skittle whittle, and then another one came. They kind of popping up. I feel like it's kind of like the gun range, like pop, pop, pop. I feel like you popping them out the way. Keep pushing them out the way, okay? Keep pushing that temptation out the way, because you guys deserve this type of relationship. Deserves to stick together. You guys are building something, and there's something that God has in store for both of y'all if y'all can sustain these temptations, okay? I do feel like your wife may be, I'm seeing this woman get hit with temptations all the time, and she don't care about none of that. So we ain't even gonna shed a light on her. You ain't got nothing to worry about with that. So yeah, that's the erotic reading for the singles, the people actively dating and courting people or wanting to be in relationships, and my people who are committed and in marriages. I hope that you guys find peace and fortitude in all the things that you do. And we will be back next Tuesday with another erotic reading. I'm gonna do something special next Tuesday, okay? I gotta go in my creative bag. We gotta do something different, Look forward to new videos on my other channel. It is Queen Peace, which was a segment that I had on Instagram for a couple of years, and I just turned it into a channel, okay? So if you feel like you need some spiritual development energy, okay, and you want to tap in with me, I'll be vlogging my own personal life on there as well. Some things, a little bit more depth into things that you can do to be more spiritual in your own right, okay? Have your own spiritual protection and routines that allow you to cultivate your unlimited and most powerful capacity with your power, okay? So it is, the handle to that on YouTube is Queen Peace. I haven't posted anything, but the channel is created. I will be posting sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, but there will be some videos uploaded. And until then, I love you guys. Thank you for allowing me to read this energy for you. You know me, I love reading this energy because I vicariously get to live through you guys and learn through you guys with your own stories. So I love you guys. Until next time.